Hi everyone, this is Brian Hayes, and welcome to a discussion on how to play in time. Keeping good time or tempo with the other musicians that you play along with is an absolutely critical part of being a good musician. Time and tempo is all about the number of beats per minute. In music, the tempo of a song is set by a universal standard, a worldwide decision to time music as beats per minute. This is a modern day metronome device. This is a hardware standalone metronome. You can just Google metronome and there's many online free metronomes available. But it's good sometimes to have a device that you can hold in your hand and watch that is separate from a computer screen. I've set this metronome to common time, that's 4 beats per bar, and it's currently set at 110 beats per minute, which is this speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. What I've done there is simply count out 4 bars of 110 beats per minute. Now, as a musician, what we have to do is transfer the responsibility of keeping the tempo from this metronome device, or if you're in a band or orchestra, from the percussion players, the drummer and the percussion players. Take the responsibility from the metronome and the percussion players into here. Bring it into your being. So in other words, as long as the battery lasts in this device, which is many, many hours, this will keep perfect tempo at whatever speed I set it at. I could come back in an hour's time, and this device, as long as the battery remains charged, will be keeping perfect tempo at 110 beats a minute. But what you've got to do is take the responsibility to be able to keep that tempo yourself as a player, whether you're a singer or a piano player, or in today's example, I'm assuming you're a saxophone player. You need to be able to feel the 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. The pulse of the music has to become part of you. Now, a great device to help you if you're starting out on this is to learn to tap your foot. Either your left or right foot, it doesn't matter. If you're playing the saxophone, it's sometimes better to tap your left foot, because the movement of your foot, if you're sitting down, can be a vibration up through your thigh, and the saxophone can sort of wobble a bit as you're tapping your right hand foot. If you tap your left hand foot, there's no impact on the instrument being pushed around by your body. Now, you can't see my feet in this video clip, but if I put this metronome on again, what I want you to do is tap your left foot at the speed of the metronome. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Tap, 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 tap. If you're not used to tapping your foot, it can be a bit of a physical exertion for a while, as silly as that sounds. It takes a little bit of physical fitness in your leg and your foot muscles to be able to play, for example, to tap your foot constantly at a speed, for example, a 4-minute song. So a first exercise I recommend you do if you're not used to tapping your foot is to get yourself a metronome, either a hardware metronome or online. Set the speed at 110 beats a minute and try and tap for 4 minutes. The average song goes for 3 or 4 minutes. See if you can build up some strength and stamina in your foot and leg muscles to comfortably keep the tap in line with the metronome. Just 1 tap of your foot for every click of the metronome. 110 beats a minute. Now what will happen is your body will start to feel the pulse, the beat, and you've taken another step forward from taking the responsibility away from the drummer or the percussion player, in this case the click track, the metronome. You've grabbed the responsibility and you're gaining some independence from needing to have someone or something dictate to you the speed of the song. Now, just on that point, it's also a good idea to learn to just be able to tap your big toe inside of your shoe in the same way that you might tap your entire foot. if you get the opportunity to play in an orchestra, even a community orchestra, the conductors generally don't like to see 30 or 40 or 60 musicians tapping their feet often on a wooden stage and creating a gentle herd of elephants sound, thump, 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 while the music is being played. However, if you develop the skill to wiggle your big toe, not your entire foot, inside of your shoe, no one at all will know that you're even tapping time with your toe while you're playing. Now today I'm going to assume you're a saxophonist if you're watching this clip. Everything I'm saying on this tutorial applies equally to any instrument. But today I'm going to demonstrate using my B-flat soprano saxophone. So this is the same pitch as a clarinet or a trumpet. It's the highest pitched of the standard saxophone family that's in common use. It's a beautiful instrument, 1 octave higher than the tenor saxophone. I'm going to put some sheet music up on the screen in front of you in a moment, and you'll be able to clearly see the exercise. I've put some timing teasers, I guess. I've just got 8 bars or so of music there. There is a repeat bar, so I'm assuming you can read music. There's only one note on this exercise, and that's the note C for the B-flat instruments. So concert B-flat, if you happen to be playing the flute, if you're a woodwind doubler and you're playing the flute, you'll need to play the note B-flat, third line B-flat on your flute to match the C on the soprano saxophone. If you play the tenor sax, just play the C without the octave key, the third space C. If you're playing the alto saxophone, B-flat concert is actually G on the alto and baritone saxophone. So if you're playing one of the E-flat saxophones, instead of where the sheet music is saying to play the note C, you will need to play the note G. So let me put the music now up on the screen, and what I want you to first be able to do is clap along with me where the notes are to be played. Okay, so what you can see on the screen now is 2 lines of music staves. We're in the key of C major for the B-flat instruments. There is only one note that we have to play, and that's the note C. Timing-wise, there are only 2 different types of timing in this music score, called timing basics. The note is either a 1-beat note, a crotchet, or it's a quaver. If you have a look at the very last bar of the music score, the first 2 notes in the last bar are both half-beat notes. They're called quavers. The only type of rest that we can see throughout the music score is a 1-beat rest, a crotchet rest. So it's very simple music. However, the timing is deliberately a little complex. It's a timing teaser to make sure that you can start slotting your notes in on any beat of the bar, along with a rhythm initially that we'll have with a metronome counting the rhythm. So I'm going to put the metronome on now, 110 beats a minute, and I just want you to clap with me where those notes are positioned in each bar, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3. How did you go? Just rewind this tutorial and practice clapping along with me until you can get it perfect. Say out aloud the beats like I'm also saying. So in this exercise, the metronome is keeping the tempo, but by counting out aloud and physically clapping, our body is starting to feel that pulse of the 4 beats per bar at 110 beats a minute, and the clap of our hand is exactly where we have to play those notes on our saxophone or on our bassoon, whatever instrument it is that you're trying to read that music on. Okay, I'm now going to grab my soprano sax and we'll do the same exercise, but this time with the saxophone playing the notes instead of clapping. And I'd like you to grab your saxophone and play along with me. Remember, soprano or tenor saxophone, it's the note as you see it on the music. If you happen to be playing the alto or baritone saxophone, just play the note G. You can play it with the octave key on or without, it doesn't matter, but your note on an E-flat instrument will be G. If you're a doubler and you happen to be playing this on the flute, the piccolo or the concert flute, well, your note will be B-flat. 1, 2, 3. How did you go? Were you able to keep in time with me and the metronome? If not, just keep rewinding that section and play along with me. Say it out aloud. I'm a huge believer if you can say it, you can play it. So clap along with me, say the count out aloud, and then try and play along with me on your saxophone. We'll wrap up this Volume 1 edition of the tutorial now. Keep your eyes and ears out for Volume 2, where we'll take that same exercise and the concept just a little bit further and apply it with some different sounds in the background beyond just the basic click of a metronome. I hope you've got something out of this tutorial. As always, keep in touch via my website, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and drop me an email if you have any fundamental questions about learning to play the saxophone. Bye for now.